You have to forgive me, please. Hi, welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Cindy. I am at Simply Cindy. I am a psychic medium, but I have lots of tools in my basket, such as tarot, astrology, hypnosis, meditation, manifestation, all kinds of stuff that I've been certified and gone to school for. So, on Saturdays, I do like to do tarot. I have started this routine. I have been on YouTube for a long time, back and forth the last 4 or 5 years. Um, and so I'm just getting to a schedule. I have South Node Virgo, if y'all know what that means. That means that I can be too analytical, too tight, too like organized. So I've narrowed my schedule down, not too narrow. So I'm going to be doing energy readings and mediumship on Tuesdays. I'm going to be doing astrology on Thursdays, and I'm going to be doing tarot on Saturdays. So, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. And that introduction was for those that have never seen me. I've had people that have been following me for a long time. They stuck with me even though I'd left YouTube for a while. And so being that we are in Mercury retrograde, well, actually, we're in retrograde season, but we are in Mercury retrograde as well, right? So there's not just Mercury, but there's all kinds of planets. If you've been following my other stuff, you'll kind of know and you've been preparing. So now we're going to do some tarot. Now we're going to have some fun. And I think so. Last week I did the group tarot because I'm trying to show you what you're going to get for those of you that have just seen me today. I am starting my membership as soon as I get 3,000 hours. And I've already said this before, but I probably have 500,000 hours, but because I've been back and forth with YouTube, it's got to be during a certain time. And so I'm at 2250. Thank you, Aries Saves Lives, because she said I'm going to go rewatch and rewatch. And so I'm like now at 2250 or 2275. So thank you, Aries Saves Lives. Thank you, anybody else that has done this for me. Thank you so much for watching, keeping me in the background, listening to me, rewatching this stuff. Because as soon as I get the 3,000 watch time hours, this is so weird that I'm having to say this because y'all don't understand. I've been on here since way long time. Anyway, um, as soon as I get to the 3,000 hours, I'm going to start the membership. And the membership's going to be really inexpensive, like really inexpensive. Like it'll be somewhere between $5 and $8, I think. Uh, it's not going to be past 10, I don't think. I just have to look at the numbers. But I wanted to show you guys what you get, you know. So we did a group tarot. But I'm wondering, I think I want to do. So here's the thing. We're going to do, I'll answer some questions through tarot, but I would like it to be in the area or the topic of the full moon in Aquarius. Okay? Does that make sense to you guys? So I'm just putting a little bit of parameters around it. Does that make sense? So, or of what's going on, lately. But I will answer your questions through tarot. So, Aries, do you have a question for this full moon? I guess that's the way I should have said it. The other way sounds like there's too many parameters. So, do you have a question for this full moon that's happening in all these aspects and these squares and this T, all of that? Do you have a question that's happening? Yes, the full moon in Aquarius is on the 19th. And it's an Aquarius, so we know it's unique, strange, out of this world, not normal, right? And I'll answer a couple of questions and then I'm going to go. So after Aries, co-foothills, you can be next. So be thinking about a question that you're wanting. Okay, that's a loaded one. Yep, that's a loaded one. Let me think. Okay, no pressure. Because as you're thinking, I'm just getting myself up, getting your energy into the cards. Getting your energy and my energy to mix. All of that. Okay. I'm sorry, I'll try to get closer to the mic. Okay, thank you. Curious if a situation I'm in will be coming to an end in September. Okay. Let me get Aries first. I don't know if that's within the scope of the full moon or not. Sure it is, because full moons are about endings. So we want to like end something so that our manifestations for the new moon can come in. Um, so yeah, you're curious about it. I'm not saying that it's going to end. I'm just saying we're looking at endings and the new beginning. And that's all about the full moon. Okay. This love interest, will it dissipate or stable or basically stabilize you? Okay. Look. So, and for those of you that have never seen me, you'll see me hum. You'll hear me hum, or you'll see me move. My eyes move to the side when I start channeling. And I also like do this with my hands over the cards, because I'm feeling the energy. Okay. Let's see, Aries. Okay, where are you at right now with this? So you have the Four of Swords with this, and I asked where you're at right now. Okay, so the Four of Swords. Hey, David. So, the Four of Swords. So it looks like you guys are trying. Nah, I wouldn't say you guys. I would say you are doing the right thing by this relationship. Not giving everything, but sort of like, yeah, this is pretty stable. I'm feeling the four corners. I'm feeling that we can build some walls. I'm feeling this looks pretty good so far. I'm putting the energy into it. Oh, you tapped into me, Cindi. I feel, yeah. That's because you let me, Aries. Remember, I wouldn't be able to do any of it, and if y'all don't let me, it's because your soul lets my soul, right? So I'm not intrude. I never want to intrude on people. So it looks like you're doing. I don't see like in the past where you gave it all over, but I do see where you're being very mature about this. Very mature. Oh, Kat, I want to talk to you. So after uh Foothills, okay? Uh so that's where you're at, Aries. You're like, I see that in the past you gave too much and then it sort of fizzled out, right? That's typical Aries. Like I gave too much, they showed their stuff, and then I like left, right? Or something messed up. This I see that you've taken much better care of. Girl, I feel like you're like all of a sudden I saw, do you see the, hold on a second. Do you see like the darkness under her eyes? Right? I'm not blowing up the spot. Yeah. But do you see like the dark circles under the eyes? That's what I feel like. Like I was, my attention was drawn to that. Like you're like, I'm so tired of overdoing it. I'm just gonna like Like I'm gonna be growing about this, right? So I feel like you're doing the right thing. Okay. So so let me say this, because I'm hearing this from your higher self. Like, you've already been stabilized by this relationship. Do you realize that it's whether this relationship stays or not, it's the way that you approach it that's stabilized you. And I think there may be some fear of losing that, but I think that you needed to like see that it wasn't about him. It was actually about you doing the right thing for you. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. So I can let you know what his energy is, because that's the answer to your question. Yes. You've already done this. Like, you're already stable. And here's the thing. Because I don't know. I haven't even pulled a card. I don't know, right? About his energy. I'm in your energy. And I'm like, if it stays, if it goes, it doesn't matter. You've already proven to yourself that you're stable. Do you understand that? You've already proven to yourself that you can approach a relationship in a very different way. In fact, in the ways that you probably always wanted to approach them. You've just proven that to yourself. Does that make sense? And I just want your answer before I like, because I'm about to get into his energy too. Okay, perfect. Now let's see where he's at. Oh, no wonder you like him. Like, you got the full. Like, you have his energy is the full, which means he's wide open and almost like a blank slate, and he's not bringing in old baggage. It's so funny because as much as he's been hurt, it's almost like he cleared all of that when he met you, right? And he's like, my hope is that we keep it, but if if we don't, it's okay. But I'm not wanting it to stop, but I'm leaving it open. It's very clear, right? Look how he's juggling the balls, right? And he's just open. And I see with the fool, you make him happy. You make him smile and you make him laugh, right? Now, that doesn't mean that because you do all that you're the one. Like, I feel like both of y'all are being really responsible with this. So that's his energy. Now let me see. Y'all's merged together. Okay? Your energies merged together. Wow. I just got chills. You got the Two of Swords. Now, to me, because I see both of y'all, so let me back up. The reason I say wow is because, look, y'all aren't even putting any expectations. You're blinded. You don't even see it, but you're okay with not seeing it. You both know, okay, I've been through stuff before, which is the swords, and I can get out of that. It's not going to kill me. It's not. And so I can actually enjoy what I can enjoy my time with you without putting a label to it. I can enjoy my time with you without like worrying about if we're going to get married or are we going to stay together, or all that crap that we put on ourselves, right? And this is your energy together. You're both doing it, which is where you both really want to be able to make something happen, like something solid to happen. Just enjoying every moment. Now, as an Aries, I know you can enjoy every moment. I'm not sure what he is, but it looks like I think you bring that out in him where he's learned to enjoy moments, moment by moment when he's with you. You're making it very, this is weird because you're an Aries, but you're making it very calm for him. I'm not saying that you can't be calm. I'm just saying it's, you know what I'm hearing from your higher self, that you've never been like the one that would ground somebody, but you have been through so much that you're actually grounding somebody. He's a Cancer. That's why that heart's so open. But but I feel like you're the grounding force. Isn't that's strange, but that's what your higher self is saying. You're the grounding force. And I don't think you may not have thought of yourself that way anyway right now, but you are. I can feel you're the grounding force. And he's the Cancer. That's why he's open to. He's like, yeah, my heart's open. I really like her. We'll see where this goes. Right? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading. And you know, I don't really do many love stuff anymore because, well, I don't know. Just because he gives me intimacy. It's weird, but that is awesome. It is so important to have intimacy. So important to have intimacy. And a lot of people don't know what that is. You know, a lot of people don't know what that is. Because, you know, we live in a world today where you can be with somebody for a long time and never be intimate. Like maybe intimate on a sexual level, but never true intimacy, right? Never true, like somebody really gets to know you and you really share some feelings. Not the endorphins and the sexual stuff, right? Like that's easy. We can all do that. I'm talking about the true intimacy. And it feels like he's opened that up for you and you've actually grounded him. Yeah. And he's a Cancer, so he's been hurt. He's been hurt. So here's the thing. It's not that you haven't been hurt. It's both of y'all have been hurt. It's that he's taken it harder than you. Right? So thank you for letting me read you because it was a good one. And I don't really do love readings very much. All right. So Cove Foothills. You want to know. Cove Foothills, could you like type the question again only because I want to like read it and get into the energy of it? You're all ears. Yeah. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. And thank you again for the donation. I appreciate it. And thank not just for the donation, but like you're always watching my stuff, liking my stuff. You support me so much. Thank you. Yeah, you like the background, David? Okay, so Cofoot Hill says, yes, I'm wondering if the current situation I'm in will be coming to an end by September. You know. I feel like it's already started ending. I feel like, do you want it to end? Because I feel like maybe you're doing that. The current situation I'm in will be coming to an end. Absolutely. And end is near. I just don't know the timeline. So I have the 5 of Wands. That isn't a change. That's a change. 5 is a change. 5 is an abrupt change. No, I wouldn't say abrupt change. Sorry. 5 Wands because it's action, so that tells me it's a change. But I'm seeing it as it's not an abrupt change. It's a change that you know is coming and didn't know exactly when it's coming, but when it's coming, when it happens, it's gonna like stun you just a little bit because you're already discussing it. So it's just gonna stun you and you're like, okay, here I go. Right? So yeah. Just don't know the timeline. All right, so let's see. So it's going to happen at the end of September, definitely, but let's see if it happens at the end of August. I just got the death card. So I'm seeing the end of August. You got about 2 weeks. Okay. Sorry, 4 1s. Well, I saw 5 of 1, so it's gonna be 5 of 1s. Um, I'm seeing the abrupt change, but you just got the death card at the end of August. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm seeing I just asked about the end of August. So yeah. So it looks like you have about a couple of weeks. Okay. All right. And who's next? Is Mauve Move still here? Mauve Moon? Is she still here? Thank you for the confirmation. You're welcome. So if Mauve Moon, okay, perfect. Do you have a question? So I'm going to do Mauve Moon, and then was there anybody else? I think that was it. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? So I'm going to do Mauve Moon. I love that name, actually. And then I'm going to do David. If he wants to. He may not want to. But Mauve Moon, how are you, sweetheart? Oh, Cat. I have to do Cat. Sorry. Thank you, Cat. So, David, before I do you, I got to talk to Cat. Yes, please. What is my next blessing? Or something to look forward? Wait. Not when, but what? I'm doing well. How about you? I'm doing well. It's interesting that you say it that way. Okay. Um, I'll see if I can see it in straight like that. So let me ask you this, Mob. Do you have a partner? And it can be either a partner in business, a partner in relationship, or partner, yeah. Do you have a partner? And the reason I'm asking is because I see the 2 of Cups. Neither. Okay. It's not. Okay, you don't have a partner, but do you have somebody that you're back and forth with, or that you think about, or that you like? The reason I'm saying this is because you have the 6 of Cups as well. Okay, so this to me tells me that you're about to like either. So this one first was 2 of Cups. So we're looking. When I felt this was more of love, right? No, I've been single for a while. Okay. I have a situation coming back in for you because that's the 6 of Cups. So I know if you've been, this reminds me of clients I've talked to. If you've been single for a while, something's gonna change. Somebody or some situation from the past is coming back. Okay. And this is going to cause you to open up. This is going to cause you to rethink something. And this is going to be very balanced, but it is filling these cups. So emotionally, it looks like, and you wanted to know what, right? Not when. So that's what's coming. That's your next blessing. Your next blessing is a partnership. Um, I want to get clarity about if it's in love or if it's in like business or like I'm seeing love because it opens your heart, right? And then I've got another cups. I feel like so you've got the magician in business, which means there's some things you're wanting to finagle, some change that you're wanting to do, but this is a partner. Look, I've got these cups because I'm like, is this love or is this, yeah, is this love or is this business? See, and you got the 10 of cups. Look at all these cups. So I'm not going to go against this because you guys have heard me say this if you've been with me, right? You guys have heard the story. I have had several clients over the years. I actually had one who was like, had been single for 15 years, something like that. And when I was doing the reading, I was like, there's somebody coming in. And then she wanted, because she didn't believe it, right? I wouldn't either. It's been 15 freaking years. So I'm like, I'm just telling you what I'm being told, that you got one coming. And she was like, I wish, but no way. It's been so long. And then they were adamant. Her higher self was adamant. She's got someone coming. And she said, well, when? Because she was almost like wanting me to be right, but seeing that I was probably wrong. And she was like, well, then when? And then I looked and I was like, it's in your now, like now to the next 2 weeks. Now, if you've been single for 15 years, that seems impossible. You're like, whatever, right? This girl I've seen on YouTube, this was years ago. This girl I've seen on YouTube, it's the first time I've seen her. There's no freaking way she's scamming me, right? And I said, because her higher self said, ask her to email you once the partner comes in, once she meets somebody. She's about to meet somebody. So I said to her, email me as soon as you meet someone, right? Now, we did more things. We ended the session. I went on about my day. I was probably seeing 10, 20 clients a day. I was so busy. At the end of the day, I'm looking at my email and she met somebody that day. So, yeah, so it can happen. I don't go against what I'm told. I just don't. Even if it sounds freaking ridiculous. And trust me, my whole life, there's times where I've sounded ridiculous. I know how to handle that. So I'm not going against that. It didn't say when, because we weren't asking when. You wanted to know what. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it. That's one that I can tell you guys. There's others I can't tell you, but that's one that I can tell you. It happens. It's happened for me, right? I'll make sure to email you if that happens. Please do. And look at what just happened to Alejandra. Alejandra, I was saying 3 months and it happened in 3 days. And that's not a partner, that was a job. But last week when I did this, I saw a 3 and I was like, I think it's 3 months. Like it's 3 months. And then they actually were showing a 6 and or possible 6. And so she came back and wrote on the comments and let us know that she got a job. The 3 was 3 job offers, and 3 days after that happened, after we had the reading. Okay, so it happens. It's not me being a miracle, it's just I'm able to translate, right? I just have this thing where I can translate, right? So I would love to hear an email of you doing that, right? David said it do be like that. It does. David knows me. He's known me for a long time. It just happens. Okay. So Lindsay said, I asked for a message from my dog. Through tarot, I can do it. I'm not doing channeling tonight. So I can see what the cards say. And then Kat, I need to talk to you. And here's the thing. If you guys want to stay here, and we're going to be talking about, how do I say this without getting dinged? That's the problem. So if I wasn't trying to get my AdSense and my hours up again and all that stuff again, I wouldn't care. But because I got to be good right now with YouTube, I'm being really, really careful. Okay. So hold on a second. I got to cough again. Sorry. Because y'all know me. I don't really care. But unfortunately, I have to be good on YouTube. Okay. So we are going to talk about some energetic stuff and realigning ourselves. And if Kat wants to say it, she's welcome to. I just have to be very careful about how I say it. Because there is something that I want all y'all to watch. And again, if I didn't have to be good on YouTube, I would totally put it on the screen, let y'all watch it. But instead, I'm going to have to put it into the comments of where you can see this. Okay? So I'm going to give you the title. And while I'm reading for Lindsay, I'm going to give you the title of what I want y'all to go look at. And it's a video. Hold on a second. Okay. Hold on. It's called I just gotta make sure I get the title right. Because they buried this sucker. If you've been with me for a long time, you've seen this video. And I would put the link, but I can't even do that because I gotta be good. Hold on, I'm almost finished typing it. Bear with me. It's a long title too, but it was the only way I could find it. Okay. So unfortunately, you have to go look for this video. But Kat, I really want you to go see this video and look at it at 1 minute and 3 seconds. Okay? And you'll know what I'm talking about. Yeah. If you've been with me for a long time, you've seen this video. And this video was readily accessible 8 years ago? But now it's like they're burying it. Okay. So we get into Lindsay's energy. Lindsay, do you have like a lot of anxiety or you do things really fast? And like, you may not think you do things really fast, but like, you'll skim over stuff instead of really being detailed about things. It's not a bad thing or anything. I'm wondering if this is your energy. Have you been grieving over your pet? Or is it, because I'm getting the 8. Yes, I do. Depression and anxiety. And yes, I am fast. Okay. Perfect. So I got the 8 of Swords and look, it's a dog. So this is your dog. This is your dog helping you through this. You have the 8 of Swords. Like, he's saying, so look at what I'm seeing. I'm seeing him put his hand on that sword. He's like, pick up the sword. Pick up the sword. Does that make sense, Lindsay? It's almost like I feel like as much as y'all had a loving relationship, it was almost like a snarky kind of, he's like, pick up the sword, get going, make a decision, do something. Like he's being kind of snarky, right? There's love behind it. There's like, almost like she can do this. She can do this. Does that make sense, Lindsay? I'm seeing that I can see where he's saying she feels like the sword would be too heavy. It's not. She can do this. Does that make sense? But it's not like he's telling you you can't have depression and you can't have anxiety. It's almost like he's helping you work with the depression and anxiety, right? Like you're trying to put the depression and anxiety, I feel, when I'm in your space, like if I can just put it to the side and forget about it and then just do things fast and overdo it because I get tired, right? Does that make sense? I don't know what this decision is, what this thing is, but he keeps pointing me to the sword that you feel is too heavy. That he's like, she can do this. And she thinks because I'm gone that I'm no longer there to help her, and I am. Eagle, hi, sweetheart. David's here. Eagle's been with me for a long time, guys. And if you have any questions, she can help you as well as David. You guys know David. Hmm. Is this making sense, Lindsay? That's lovely. Yes, I feel like she's trying to give me strength. Yes, absolutely. There's something about a choice, though. She keeps bringing me back to that choice. Pick up the sword. It's almost like she's. So did she used to do this where she had patience with you, but then all of a sudden, if you didn't do it and she tried to have patience with you, she would like get to the point where she would, I don't know, get in your way, move it off the floor, whatever, like do whatever. Does that make sense? Cindi, I've seen that video you mentioned. Oh, that's cool, right? So I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit. But thanks for letting us all know. Because I feel like she's at that point. She wants me to let you know she's at that point. Like, you need to do it. You need to do this. You are much stronger than you think you are. No. You've forgotten because you are so strong, that you've forgotten because it's such an everyday battle for you, that you've forgotten how, because it's not that you need to be stronger, it's that you are that strong. Does that make sense? Did I say hi to Lorna? Hi, Lorna. Love you, sister. Yes, she was strong in mind. Okay. So she's at that point where she's like, do I have to throw something her way? She's got to do this. Like, you have to make this choice, whatever this is. Okay. So that's the message. Whatever is going on, you don't have to bring that out here, but she's saying, pick up that sword, make the choice, do the thing. And you don't have to overwork because you're already in that state of being strong. That's what she's trying to say. Okay. All right. Now, Kat. Give me just a second because I got to go back and read. So Kat wrote me a comment. You can look at it too. I can't remember where it's at. But she wrote a comment. Where was it? About what was going on with her. And I said I wanted to talk to her at this live because I was getting like all this information. Right? I know. But there was, Kat, can you remind me what video it was on? I can't even remember. And it's important that I read it again because I was getting so much info. I was getting a lot of information, but then I was like, I had to tell you where to start. It was so crazy. I was like, I got to tell her where to start, right? Hey, there are the hearts. No, so there should be like one heart there on the side if it's on your phone, and then you just click on it. Thanks for mentioning the hearts again because I forgot. David, you should be giving me heart, David. Thank you for the reading. You're welcome, Lindsay. They're still floating up. Okay. I asked if I was going to find love again. No, Kat. Wait, am I thinking you're somebody else? I have so many Catherines. Like, hold on. You weren't the one that just talked about your health, right? And I asked you to come see me at this live? Is that not you, Kat? It could be another Kat, because I do have several. Catherines, Kathys. Okay. No. No. Okay, it's not you. Sorry, guys. It's not you. You're somebody different. I apologize. I'm so sorry. It's so crazy because I have several cats. I have several Kathys, and several Catherines. And I'd asked Cat C, her name is Cat C too. I asked her to come join to try to find me when I do my live. So, no, you gave me a message from my son before. Yeah. Yeah. I know I've spoken to you before. I can feel your energy, but I thought you were the other cat. So I apologize. I'm so sorry. Unless she comes, we're not going to talk about that thing that I just had y'all look up. Because it's important for her to hear what I'm going to say about that, right? So, well, honestly, because it went this way, it was important for all of y'all. For all of us to be, it's not like you don't know it. It's that you need to be reminded of it. Okay? Your vibe is very comfortable and I like it. May I ask a question or do I have to pay for a question? So, no, donation, as in buying me a coffee, you can do anytime. I don't charge when I do live readings, or you can come see me in private. Yes, please do tell us what you were going to say about that video. Um, so because because lately foothills, that's a great idea. And I'm sorry, bisexy84. I am gonna continue the reading just a little bit, and I'll get to you in just a second. There's like three ahead of you. Um, so lately, because I do herbs, because I'm bringing that back out. I'm bringing back out the um, energy healing, the quantum healing, the hypno. I'm bringing all of it back out, right? Um, so I've noticed that for the past couple of streams and people when I'm doing mediumship, that there are a lot of people that are having issues with their body. We'll say it that way. We'll say health and well-being. Okay, I have to be very careful about what I say, how I say things. And so I'm like, I was meditating and I was seeing some stuff, and I was like, oh gosh, it's time for everybody to get realigned. It's time for everybody to remember. It's time for all of us to like get back to center, right? A friend recently gave me a book on healing touch. That's crazy because I'm one of the first people that did healing touch, that learned it here on the um, so I was part of a study that helped bring healing touch to. I was part of those founders that did that, and part of it bringing it to hospitals and letting it be in hospitals. I had a very different career than this one. Anyway, the director that I worked with, we went and yeah, we were the first groups. So just know that that's crazy that you got healing touch. Um, so healing touch is awesome. It's just one tool though. So I later through my journey did healing touch, Reiki, prana, like any kind of all of those. I've got certified masters, blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm bringing all that back out because I'm getting people. Yeah, because I'm getting people that are. I don't want to say y'all are ill because you're not ill. You're not ill equipped and you're not ill. And I'm not ill. We're just misaligned right now, right? We're just going to get realigned back to our center. And that's how I want to start discussing it. But I've had several people come to me with cancer and with tumors and with like very severe pulmonary things and all of that, right? And so I was like, I think we can start here in reminding everyone. I'm happy to hear you're going to be doing those practices again. Yeah. Thank you. I think it's time, but I just wanted to remind, because if you've been with me forever, we've been through this where I showed you all this stuff, right? Where I showed you who you are, that you're bigger than you think, that you are in charge of your mind, that you're in charge of your body. Some of you that are really misaligned don't feel like you're in charge of your body. So when I say that, you're like, yeah, because you trust me, but you don't feel it. And I'm just trying to get you back to that point. Well, this specific person was saying that she feels fine, but there was a couple of things that she'd said in there that made me think, oh, you're thinking you're separate than your body. You're thinking your body's still in charge, even though she knows all this stuff, right? And so I just wanted to help guide her. And I wanted to do that in front of everybody since she brought that out. I think I touched on this the other day. We need to begin to look at, like I said this before, and I'm going to offend people. If you can't take my offensiveness, I'm not for you. Okay. I'm not going to do it all the time, but I am going to offend some people at some point, if you've known me. The issue I have with one of the issues I have with religion, it doesn't matter which religion, because I've studied most of them, not all of them, because there's many that we don't know, but I've studied most of them, and I'm talking deep study. The issue I have is that the religion wants to reinforce the fact that when you come to Earth, you think you're separate. When you're born and incarnated, you think you're separate, which you're supposed to begin to think you're separate because you get to manifest things outside of yourself, right? So that's a good thing. The problem with religion is that they reinforce that so much that we get disconnected, and all of a sudden we think God is separate, or source is separate, or angels are separate, or our loved ones are separate. It's not, they are not separate from us. They are us. God is not way up there that we can't touch him. He's within us. It is not a separation. And when you begin to realize that again, because you know this, you've just forgotten because of where you came from, because your DNA, because of all of that. It is time to remember the, outlandish, abnormal, paranormal, call it what you want, things that you can do. And that means dis-ease. You are diseased, right? You just have to be at ease again, not diseased, right? Now, as a practitioner of the many things, I can tell when you're talking to me through whether it's your higher self that says it, or whether it's my training that knows that it's your left side and it's your blah, blah, blah. That's why you want to talk to somebody like me. It doesn't mean that you can't do it on your own, but there is something about when we come together. And that is the other reason why I wanted to bring it out, because all of us together can help that person realign. And in helping, we're also realigning ourselves. And those of you that do energy work understand that. Does all that make sense? So, I'll give you guys a second to answer. And then I'm going to go back to the tarot. So, Kat, what question do you have? And then David, and then Eagle, and then Lorna, right? And then Big Sexy, 84. It is Big Sexy, isn't it? I said bye, sexy. Sorry. Thank you for the insight. I'm just here to remind you. That's it. Thank you for taking it in. Thank you for absorbing it. Thank you for watching. Agreed. Thank you, Marcella. And it's almost like blasphemous to religion to be like, oh, you're not God. Yes, you are. And there's nothing wrong with you saying it. And there's nothing wrong with you knowing it. Yes, you are. You are God. Okay. Give me just a second. I got to cough one more time. I apologize. Okay. Catsy wants to know, is there going to be love ever again? Oh, Cat, are you a Pisces or a Gemini? Because you almost made me leave my body when I went into yours energy. Okay, Pisces. Yeah, I almost left my body. I had to like pull myself back in. All right, Pisces, y'all gotta warn me if I'm gonna get in your energy like that. Like I just did it real quick because I know her. I've seen her before. And I don't know for what reason you're like trying to get out of your body. You're Pisces. Yeah, I can feel it. Like I was like, ooh, I gotta get back in. It's funny. All right. Yeah, you are, what's going on that you're not wanting to stay in your body? There's an issue with you staying in your body. Like you're wanting to get out. You're wanting to escape. You better quit trying to escape. You better quit trying to escape. That's what you're doing. You better quit trying to escape. It's time to get grounded. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you're gonna love again. You have the Queen of Cups. So whether it's male or female, um, this is a person that's very loving, very giving, had the scars of love, right? But they have healed from them. They have aligned themselves from this, and they have grown. And instead of being jaded by this, they are so much deeper than they were before. This is somebody that you're gonna have. We were just talking about intimacy. That you're going to, the way that your higher self is saying is like, please be grounded now so that when you meet this person, you two can meld together. And that's when you can escape for a little while, but not right now. Does that make sense? Okay. Now you're going to want to know when, right? So let's see if they'll give me a time. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they will, right? Okay. So, 3 months. Uh, okay, so in 3 months, it looks like you finally change your attitude about this, and then you finally open your heart about this, and then isn't that funny? Like, I'm not going to bring somebody out that I know that's on this chat that has been single for a while, and it was because they chose to be, and it was because they had their heart not closed, but not open to that yet, right? And they've just found love, okay? But it looks like that's kind of when you change. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is not to embarrass this person. I won't say who it is, but it's because that's when that's the change that's going to start happening for you. And then I see the sun. So it looks like by 6 months. Yeah, 6 months. That's the sun. I'm sorry. I forget that y'all can't. I used to do tarot with the camera on the actual tarot cards as well as myself. So that's why I'm like reading this thinking that y'all can see it. You can't see it. Okay. The world. So it looks like you get an attitude change in about 3 months, and it looks like you're okay. You're finally. This is when you guys meet. This is when everything changes for you. Like this is when you change, and this is when everything changes for you. So 6 months. Make sense? Okay. Who did I say was next? Sorry. So who? Yeah. You are the best, Cindy. Thanks. I will play your videos more so it helps your algorithm. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much, Kat. Oh, it's you next, David? Okay. So do you have a question? Thank you guys for all the hearts. Thank you for sharing and liking. Oh my gosh. I just looked at, because they email me my analytics, and I just looked at it. There's so many people that share my stuff. I want to thank you guys. If you see me later, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. That's so sweet. I didn't realize so many people were sharing my things, my videos. Um, David, I need to know, do you have a question? What am I not seeing or paying attention to that can hinder me? What am I not seeing? The change. So you have the death card. It's the change. I'll have to go back and watch some of your previous videos to get your hours up. Thank you so much, Cofoot Hills. I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone doing that for me. Uh, I really do appreciate it. It's going to help me so much. um, so the death card. So I'm seeing that there's particular starts. So here's the thing. It's not as bad as you're thinking. You're like, oh my God, if this happens, then it's just going to stall everything and you're going to like spiral, right? That's not that they're saying that it's just the fact that you can. This is something you already know, but this is that what you're not seeing. Oh, so I feel like there's someone or some ones that may try to help, and because maybe they've never tried to help before, or maybe you've never gotten that type of help before. Because I'm seeing these hands coming up here and helping you in the change, and you're wanting to do it all alone. Oh. So trying to do the change alone is what you're not seeing that can hinder you. Bingo. Does that make sense? I mean, I did talk about not, yeah. 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 Without saying too much, yes. Okay. Who's next? Thank you, David. Thanks for coming in my live. Y'all, David is so busy. For those of y'all that have never seen me and don't know me, David used to be my assistant way back in the day when I started YouTube, and then like 2 years later he got me. I mean, he started working for me or with me. Anyway, since then we've become best friends. We're almost like brother sister. Actually, it's more than brother sister. Um, but it's not like romantic or anything. It's like, I don't know. He's my best friend. One of my best friends. Anyway, um, yeah. So in case you didn't know, that's David. That's why I can talk to him that way. Kat says, "Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you guys know David. You guys know David. Okay, who's next?" And David's been so busy lately that he hasn't gotten to come in and see my lives. And so now that he's here tonight, I'm like thankful. And I'm thankful Lorna comes in. Also one of my besties. And when I say bestie, I mean we've been through some stuff. Like when I say a bestie, it's not, I know that sounds like, oh, she thinks everybody's the best. It's not. It's like I've been through stuff with these people, right? Like we're like this. We're sisters. We're sister and brother, right? Eagle. I have met this guy I like. Okay, let's see. Eagle says, I have met this guy I like. Can I get a message from Spirit that would help me maybe to be myself more, to understand better what's going on? Okay. You know what, Eagle? You've gotten way better. I'm proud of you. Because that thing that tells me, because I know your energy, right? And I've been in it before where you've met someone and there's kind of this, let's see if I can explain it. Um, is it going to work out? Is this the one? And all that we girls can tell ourselves, right? I feel like that talk you've quieted down a lot, and you're way more open to not trying to define anything. That makes sense, Eagle? How is the weather in your area, sister? It was beautiful and raining and cloudy. So if you don't know me, guys, I'm allergic to the sun. And so cloudy for me means I get to go outside, even though it's raining. It's gorgeous raining. It has been just wonderful, cool weather, gorgeous raining. I love it. Love it. It makes me happy. So, Eagle, because I almost feel like you asked the question, but you're okay with any answer. You have really calmed that down. I am so proud of you, Eagle. Eagle's been with me for forever, just like Lorna, just like David. Like, I've had people, if you're new to this group, you're going to find people that I've been with for 15, 20 years that come see me like every year, once a year, whatever, 2 times a year. I've had clients forever, and like they're not even my client, they're like my friends. We've known each other for so long, and I've been through a lot with them. um, okay, Eagle, let's see. I am so proud of you. I can feel that energy. You're just like, okay. And you didn't shut it down when the last one didn't work. Like you grew from that. I'm so proud of you. All right. So it's funny, Eagle. This is the separation. So this is where you're at. Like it's not here to stay. It's unusual for it not to be a sunny in San Diego. Yeah, I just I lived in San Diego 25, 30 years. In fact, that's where my career was. Which is probably why you're doing Healing Touch, right? Because that's where we started it at Scripps. Um, but now I'm in Oregon. I'm not in San Diego anymore. So, Eagle, I'm seeing this two ways, Eagle. I'm seeing that there's a possibility that, you guys get separated. But I'm also seeing this as you separating from the attachment of wanting to frame a relationship before it actually happens. Does that make sense, Eagle? Yes, I feel even blessed that you can feel it now. My energy has changed and I'm so proud and happy. I am too. Um, hmm. So I'm seeing that this is where you're at, right? Um, that you have detached. So it's not detached. You no longer have a stronghold of trying to make it something that it isn't. And that's where you're at, right? Now, when I look into both of y'all's energy, it's a hangman, right? So I feel like maybe I think both of y'all are like waiting to see, but both of y'all are waiting to see for different reasons. Does that make sense? Because I feel like your heart is more open than his, maybe, but you're not cautious. You're a little bit cautious, but you're not cautious like he is. He's cautious. Does that make sense? Yeah. So that's where you're at, sweetheart. I hope that helps. So the other thing your higher self is saying is you don't have to be more of yourself. You're already being yourself. You will be more of yourself when you're ready to be more of yourself. But just be talking to you and reflecting what it is that you want confirmed will help that. Does that make sense? I told you, Co-Foothill, I had a very different, very different career than I do now. Very different. Okay, who's next? I think it's finally the big sexy. No, it's Lorna and then big sexy. My sister. What you doing, sister? How can I help you? Let me do Lorna first, big sexy. I'm so sorry. Feel free to tell us all about it. Oh no. We don't need to discuss that right now. I've mentioned it in several videos about what I've done before, or what I used to do, or where I came from. But that's been a while now, actually. General energetic reading, please. Okay. Let's see. Ah, that's so funny. This is so fun. My attitude is improving already. Great, Kat. That's awesome. Okay. Let's see. Sister. Where are you at right now? So I asked where you are right now. So it looks like the Three of Pentacles. So something, did you just finish a project? Did you, I keep wanting to put the card down thinking you're not going to be able to see it. Did you just finish a project? You have been working on this and it looks like you get some, not just recognition, but it's actually some forward movement in what this is. I almost feel like you made some money, kind of, sort of, like maybe in investments or something too. Yeah, I feel like something is at a stage that you're reaping some of the benefits for. That's where you're at right now. So this could also be in relationships where you have put the work in or you put the time in and you're actually celebrating that right now. Does that make sense? I'm working in a lot of projects. So do you see so you're at a space right now where some of these are going to come, so they're all going to be done, right? But some of these you're going to get some relief from. Yeah, no relationships. I'm not just talking about romantic. I'm talking about like friendships too. Even family too. Like I feel like you're at a spot where you put some energy into these things, and I feel like you're going to start seeing the change where you're reaping some benefit of this, right? And so I know that there's some decisions that you're having to make, and it's the Two of Wands. So these decisions are so close to each other that you almost feel like, but these things that I'm talking about are so close to each other. I've said this in my other videos, like y'all aren't going to know what this is and you're not going to see it clearly. So these things, working on yourself, yeah, it's because it's like time to have faith in yourself, right? And to have faith in yourself, you can't see it clearly. So I'll explain it to you the way I explained it the last time, maybe not the exact way, but right now we are being asked to have faith in ourselves. For our lifetime, we have had faith in systems. We have had faith in parents. We have had faith in family. We have had faith in friends. We have had faith in lovers. We have had faith in jobs. We have had faith in all kinds of things. But we didn't have to have faith in ourselves because this group, and if you see me and if you know me, you do have gifts. You are talented. Some of you psychic, some of you medium, some of you whatever, healing, whatever, empath, whatever. You have gifts. So it was easier for people, souls like us, to not need to have faith in ourselves because we kind of always knew where to go next. We may not know exactly, but we kind of got the feeling, or we got the vision, or we got the dream, or we got the whatever, right? That's not happening now. And the reason it's not happening, and a lot of people have asked me, it's not that you can't manifest, and it's not that your talent is gone. It's that you are being challenged to have faith in yourself. Why? Because you have always had faith in others and other things. And if you can see, then there's no faith. But your soul wanted to understand faith in self. Does that make sense? So the reason I'm saying this is because you said you're working on yourself. There is something that you're needing to decide, but you're not seeing clearly, or it's not working right, or and know that you're doing nothing wrong. You're not going to see it. You're not going to feel it. You're not going to know it. Because for me, it was always a knowing, right? You're not going to know it. This is, I've got to take the step and not be able to see it and have faith in myself. Does all that make sense? This is so spot on. Or so on point, sorry. This is so on point. Okay. So I hope that helps, sister. You're not going to see it. When it has to do with, so everyone, when it has to do with you taking a step, you're not going to see it like you've always done all your life. In whatever way you see it, feel it, whatever. Okay? You're being asked and you're being challenged to develop the faith in you. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. I hope that helps, sister. Now, Big Sexy 84. Sorry. Is the man I'm with the one I'm going to marry, or is he hiding something from me? We have been together for 10 years, but I feel he's hiding something from me. Okay. Thank you, sister. I feel so tired today, like the last time I spoke to you. Well, probably because you're processing, and Mercury's retrograde. That's your planet. And Jupiter's being messed with. That's your planet too. Okay, so Big Sexy. So I'm getting that no, you probably won't get married because you're probably already partnered up with him and you've already made that step, right? Like there's no reason to get married is what I'm getting, right? But that's just what I'm getting. Let me see what comes to the cards. I also feel like, yeah, he's probably hiding something. And here's the thing. I feel like you already know. You just want confirmation. There's no judgment, though. Trust me. We will accept and love and try to understand and know that we've all done it. We've all, maybe not done the exact same thing, but, we've all made things where people on the outside are like, what are you doing? and you're like, I know better, and I'm doing what I think I know better, right? So what I'm saying is we love you either way. No judgment. Thank you. See, it's Mercury retrograde. I'm having to make sure that oh, I want to keep doing these cards for you. Hold on. You are strong-willed, big sexy, because I'm trying to like stop and your energy won't let me. It's just like, nope, I'm gonna try it again. Nope. You know what this reminds me of? And people that have been with me for a long time. It's like when you ask the universe, give me a sign. This is exactly what it's like. When you ask the universe, give me a sign about this thing that I want, and they give you the sign, and you're like, yeah, that was, but I need a real sign. I need a better sign. And then they give you a better sign, and you're like, no, I need better. I need more. Like, I understand that that's what's happening, but I need a better sign. It's like you keep asking. Does that make sense? When you kind of already know. And you're strong-willed. Your energy is strong. Kathy. Cat C. Meet Kathy. Kathy, I thought Cat C was you. So. All right, here we go. Let's do big sexy. So I asked if y'all were going to get married. You have the Lovers. To me, the Lovers is a partnership that faded to grow your soul. And that doesn't necessarily mean that y'all are going to be married. You are together and you are partnered, and there's ups and there's downs, and there's bad and there's good, and there's stuff like that. Does that make sense? They're here to grow your soul, and you're here to grow their soul, if that makes sense, right? So, right? Her name does bring me joy too. And yeah, if you're feeling like there's somebody else in the relationship, there's the Three of Cups. Again, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I'm hearing from your higher self that I'm confirming it for you. Okay? Yeah. So he is hiding something. But he's not really hiding something because you already know. You need to learn to trust yourself. Have faith in yourself. I just talked about this. Trust your intuition. Okay? All right. So Kathy, my phone is really low. I don't know that I can retype what I typed before. If somebody could retype the title to that video that I want her to watch, you're welcome. You're welcome, Big Sexy. So Kathy, I was thinking she was you. You kind of have the same energy. Not the exact same, but thank you so much, Cofoot Hills. So Kathy, could you go watch that video really like at 1 minute and 3 seconds? And then I'd like for you to, before you go watch it, can you retype your question? Retype your comment, or tell me where to get the comment at, because there were some things that you said in the comment that made me start seeing things for you, right? And that's why I wanted to talk to you, because there was like a starting point that I could help you that I was getting from your higher self. So that's part of it. What I'm asking you to do is go to the video, but if you could retype the comment, or tell me where to go get the comment, because I can't even remember what video it was on that you commented. But that will help me while you're watching the video. And then when you get back, just let me know when you get back. That would be great. So until then, while Kathy's doing that, I'm trying to move slow. While Kathy's doing that, Marcella, right? Am I missing anybody else besides Marcella? I just want to make sure that everybody that's been here, that I didn't pass you by. Um, I'd like to ask, will my loan application be accepted in a week or so? Okay. Marcella, are you a lot in your head? Like I almost got lost in there. It wasn't the feeling. It was like you're brainy, like you're in your head a lot. It wasn't like Miss Pisces over there trying to take me out of my body. It was like I was enjoying myself in my brain. Does that make sense? Okay. Thank you, Kathy. Cassie. Yeah, Catsie's trying to take me out of my body, but Marcella's like keeping me in my brain. She said yes. Yeah, I can feel it. So it's very nice in there, and you know you enjoy yourself in there, but it's really time to live life, right? And I think that's what you're trying to do with this, Cindi, if it please. Yes. Okay. Thank you for saying that. Is it Pet Richor or Pet Rico? I'm so sorry I messed that name up. I'll do you after I do Marcella. Okay, let's see. Will you get the loan? Oh, yes, you will. So I've got the High Priestess. So I need you to, like, if they call, or because again, you like being in your head. It's almost like I'd rather think about it than actually do it, because thinking about it and keeping it in my head is better. But you need to be the High Priestess, so I need you to take some action with it. That means if they call and say, "Oh, I'm missing this or I'm missing that," then you get on it. Okay? It's in a week. Hmm. So that's still to be determined. Um, what's next week? Honestly, you don't want it in a week. If you can hold off, Marcella, if you can hold off, I would hold off for 2 weeks. Like at least till the beginning of September. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Perfect. Love it. Love it. Ellen and Doug. Okay. Well, thank you for joining. I love homesteading videos too. I watch it just to calm my nerves, like just to put me in that space. Um, yeah, it's part of my healing part. So the reason I'm saying this, Marcella, I'm seeing the Two of Swords. So it's yet to be determined, and there's some things that need to be done still. But I'm honestly thinking, like, your higher self was reminding me that you don't really want it right now, because if you get it right now, you're going to have to redo it. Like, it's not going to turn out the way you want it, because we're in retrograde. We're in Mercury retrograde. So you need to pay really close attention. If they call you, if they like say you need to sign this, if they say they need another paper, if they say blah, 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 like you need to go over it with a fine tooth comb. You need to be very slow and direct with how you do this. And any contracts signed in a retrograde are going to get, most of the time, you have to redo those. So they're going to be more trouble than it's worth. So it's not like it can't happen, but you are going to have missteps where you're going to have to redo something, or you're going to get a missed call, or they emailed you and you didn't get it, or you emailed them and they didn't get it, or you text them and it didn't go through, or something, because we are in Mercury retrograde. And it's a Virgo. No, I think it's Leo at the time, right? So, yeah, I'm hearing like you can wait a little bit. You are going to get it. But you can just know if you don't get it in the next week or so, that's your higher self sort of like calming the energy down so you don't have to redo it. Okay. Thank you. I'm going to rest. Appreciate you. Will definitely start watching more of your videos. Thanks again for my confirmation. You are so welcome, Big Sexy. Please come back. I love your energy. I think everybody loves your energy. You got some great energy. And I can already tell you're part of this group because you are strong. You were like moving my cards for me. Love you dearly. See you soon. Okay, Marcella. All right. So last one would be Ellen and Doug. Okay. So is this just Ellen? Cindi, if it please you, we'd like to know. It is both of you. Sorry. We'd like to know if the real estate deal we're looking to do is going to work out. So maybe that's why I was having to say this about retrograde. Please be very cautious when when you're signing or doing contracts, because there's going to be missteps. There is going to be miscommunication. There is going to be inflated egos, right? Where somebody says, the company could say, well, I called you and you didn't call me right back. And it's the company, but it's the person that is actually having the bad day, right? So be very careful. I'm already getting a yes that you're going to get this, but just be careful if it's going to work out. Like if you guys can wait till after retrograde, it would be great. So like I'm talking September 2nd, September 4th is when I would really be clear with the retrograde, okay? The official ambassador. Why does it give you tingly sensation? Good. There's a lot of reasons. Because we're true. Because I am really who I say I am. I'm going to look though. Hold on, Ellen. We won't be doing any paperwork or appointments until at least the 31st. We know. Okay, perfect. But let me look to see if it's going to work out. It's so funny. We need to sell the home to buy another one. Okay. Is this gonna work out for them? Yes. Okay, hold on, Kathy. Let me finish with Ellen and Doug. Yes. I already saw that it was yes, but here's the confirmation. You have the world card. So it looks like the phase that you're in is about to change. It looks like what you're going after is going to happen. If you've adjusted, which I think you have, if you're doing not what's right, but what's right for you, this is yours. Get a home. Yeah. So you're going to have to finagle some stuff. So I just asked if you're going to be able to buy the home. You need to sell. Are you going to sell the home to be able to buy the home, right? So you got the Magician. There's some finagling that you're going to have to do, like timing wise, or it's going to be a little bit of, I just keep hearing finagling. You're going to have to finagle, but it is going to work out. Okay. So again, Ellen and Doug, I think you kind of already know this. You're just wanting confirmation. Yep. Because I've got, where are you going? This is the full. This is like, It's the place where you go. It's like the Fool is like a clean slate. Oh my God, it's a clean slate. I'm have excitement and anticipation like a child. And that's the feeling, that's the energy that y'all are moving into. I already knew with the world that this was going to happen, but then this was conversation that you're going to, or confirmation that you're going to have to finagle some stuff, but then this is where you're going, right? So I hope that helps. You're welcome. She said, okay, thank you. Sounds accurate. Perfect. Okay, now Kathy. Kathy said, I was telling you, Kathy is, as I asked Kathy to come to this live and find me because she left a comment and I started seeing a lot of stuff. And again, I've known, like, I have several Kathys. I'm just going to read what she said in the comment. I was telling you about just having a tower moment in my life. I was just diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, a rare type of neuroendocrine tumor. Ew. With a Mets to the liver. Caught me off guard. Feel fine. Now, those of you that are still here, and I asked you to watch that video before I move on to the next thing that she said. When you saw that video, yeah, it's metastasized. When you saw the video, did you understand what he was saying? As in, we can help by seeing her. Thanks. You gained a new subscriber. Thanks for the encouragement. Let the finagling begin. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. I need you guys, or I would like for you guys, and this is the reason why I asked you to watch the video. I would like for you guys to see her in her wholeness. Because as I was saying before, and as Kofoot, it's so funny that Kofoot Hills is here and brought up the healing stuff. And that Kathy, I asked her to come in. This is all like, do you see how your higher selves are all, as Ellen and Doug were told, finagling things for us? Like we can all help her. She is an old soul who knows, right? She is not afraid, and she knows, and she believes, and she has faith in herself, right? Like all of us we're all trying to do this, and we're understanding that there are, as a healer, you understand, and I mean, in the comments later on or in the description, I can put where you can find in the NIH these studies and blah, 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 like all the science behind it, right? Where we've taken thousands of people and groups and have prayed and have done healing touch and have done prana and have done, like, there's evidence behind this stuff, but you guys already know that, right? I wanted you to watch because I want you to remember, and the way that we can see her is in her whole, right? What I'd like from her is to realize that she doesn't have to attach herself to the diagnoses. Does that make sense? So if you can, however you do it, because all of us are different. Some of us feel it. Some of us see it. Some of us, some of us hear it. We have all, and that's what's so beautiful about this group. We all have different abilities that we have developed. We all have the same abilities across the board, but we have different abilities that we have developed. And as a group, if I'm a developed medium and Kofoot Hills is a developed empath and Eagle is a developed empath and Marcella is a developed psychic, and if we can do it all together, it's not that she can't do it alone, but it's more powerful if we can do it together. And all I need y'all to do is see her as a beautiful, wonderful, aligned soul that has nothing to do with a tumor or a diagnosis. Nothing. I need you to see her that way. Okay? And Kathy, what I need from you is to understand and remember that you are much more than your body. And it's time for you to dictate and not attach yourself to a diagnosis or what people around you are, because the people around you are sad. Don't attach yourself to that. understand it, but don't attach yourself to that. Okay, I just cleared and ready. Okay, so let me walk you through some of this. That's what I need you to do, Kathy. That's the starting point. I need you to realize that you're much more than any of this, right? I'd love for all my clairs to be heightened. Absolutely. Absolutely. Whichever clair that you can use for right now, I'd like for all of us to take a deep breath. Oh, I can feel it from y'all. I'm so happy. Y'all are so good. Y'all are so good. I just need you to understand that she's whole, and I need you to see her as whole. I need you to talk to her as whole without any of that other stuff. Because I already know that even if I didn't know, I have faith. I have faith that she can absolutely do this, and we can help with our, you can call it power, you can call it ability, you can call it gift, call it what you want. I don't really care. Just know that you have it, right? To see her as a whole and to help her align herself. Okay? And that's the starting point for you, Kathy. That's the starting point for you. Say, I have the power to heal myself. Yes, thank you. I keep saying it's hardest around those not listening to me about being well. Yes, but there's a part of you that wants to attach to a symptom or because you were looking for it, right? Like you're like, no, I feel fine. It's the underneath subconscious stuff that I'm trying to like not have you attached to. That's very important. So I just need you to know you're whole. I need you, and you are whole. You are whole. So I need you to know. Remember when I was saying it was a dis-ease. Kathy, you'll have to go back and look at when I thought you were Cat C was you. It's just dis-ease. Disease is just dis-ease. And all you have to remember is to ease again. Okay? Yes. I wouldn't even say heal. I would, because you're not ill. You're not ill-equipped, right? And healing when we use the word heal, it makes you think of I am that and need to become this. I don't want you to think that. That's the point. I'm trying to get you to the start. I want you to not wish for it. I want you to know it. I want you to see it. That's her, that's whole. There's no separation. There's nowhere for her to go. There's no, I need to be healed. You already are. It's already done. You are whole. Does that make sense to everybody? There's not a place to go. There's not a heal to do. It just, you already are there. Does that make sense? Done. Yes. Thank you, David. I need everybody to like, if you're an empath, I need you to feel her in her wholeness. Not that you're healing her to her wholeness, that she is whole already. Okay? Perfect. Perfect. Marcel says yes. Co-Foothill says the I am healthy, well, and in every way. Absolutely. Aries Saves Life says yes, yes. Absolutely. That's where I need you to see her. I need you to see her that way. I need you to feel her that way. I need you to hear her that way. Okay? That's how we're going to help her. Okay, Kathy? I just wanted to give you that start. And then I'd mention if you want to come work with me, email me. You got my email. Because I think hypnosis would be really good for you. But that's up to you. But if you want to connect, you're welcome to. If anybody wants to connect with me in other ways, you're welcome to. David, can you give my email out? So if you want to come have a private reading, you're welcome to. I have a lot of clients over the years that we do like coffee time. And then new clients will do coffee time so that they kind of know, oh, I kind of want an astrology reading. No, I want I want a mediumship reading. No, I want a, hypnosis reading, a hypnosis thing. So, um, I am whole. Thank you. Yes, I will connect. Perfect. Okay. So, I want to thank everyone for all your love and support. Thank you for seeing her whole. Thank you for doing this as a group. There is science behind all of this. You are welcome to go find it. You are welcome to go look at all my videos and see it. Um, but I am so blessed to have you guys. I want to thank you again for being here. All you people that have been with me forever, I love you to death for supporting me, for watching my videos over and over so that I can start my membership again. And for those brand new ones, I want to thank you for seeing me and wanting to subscribe and wanting to be in this group, because this is a really good group. Really good group. Um, so, namaste to you all. Great live tonight. Thank you. Thank you. I love you, love you, love you. I will see you on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. You are whole, Kathy. You're whole, Kathy. There's nothing wrong. You're whole, Kathy. Bye, guys.